Hey lovely sexy hobby people, welcome to today's video, which is going to be a flick through review for issue 31 of Dungeons & Dragons Adventurer. Now, this is by my reckoning 2 weeks later than normal, simply because we had a message from Hachette a couple of weeks ago, or I received a message from Hachette a couple of weeks ago saying that there were printing issues and they weren't going to be able to process anything until the 25th. As I understand it, they were still chucking out issues to newsagents though. So I know that some people are currently in advance of the issues that I've got here. But this arrived today, the 1st of June. So 31, 32, 33, 34. Have a look at 31 first. Right then, let's get into this. Right, group cohesion. Cut back on conflict and collaborate with your fellow players to improve your D&D experience. Dungeons & Dragons is a game of storytelling, battle drama and exploration. It is also very much a game of cooperation and collaboration. Players working together and combining their diverse range of skills and personalities to better deal with the challenges their dungeon masters send their way. Sure, a measured amount of in-character squabbling can be fun. The clobber first, ask questions later barbarian will not always see eye to eye with the chatty, charming bard, for example, and their banter can be fun to perform and spectate. So there you go. I do have some views on that from my own experience in the group that I'm currently with. More from a DM point of view, but you know, it's important that basically your whole group gets on. The problem is, the problem I've got is because I've been in the military and none of the other people have, when it comes to things like the ship combat and combat in general, or just making decisions, for some reason they seem to defer to me because I will make a decision. I'm trying to get them out of doing that, and the last session I basically said I'm going to take a back seat. You guys go for it, you decide what you want to do. I'll just chip in with advice when necessary, and that seemed to work quite well. Our barbarian went off on a mission of her own, so, and hopefully just by chipping in some extra bits and pieces to help her get along, it's helping to it's going to help them kind of make more decisions, as it were. But yeah, discuss before deciding, get immersive, don't meta game. We are a bit guilty of that, I must admit. Don't be an alpha. That is my problem. I'm trying not to be, but unfortunately they do tend to try and defer to me a bit too much in certain things. And be a good sport. Right, making maps, villages and towns. So I've enjoyed the making maps series so far. I like the dungeon maps, you know, where they put the grid square in and you can see what's going on. You know, the village maps are all well and good, but I like this type of map here. The sea, vessels. Typically the characters will be travelling either by boat or by ship. A boat can be rowed for 8 hours per day without inflicting exhaustion. However, there is no limit to how long a properly crewed ship can sail day and night. This is entirely possible for your characters to come into possession of their own ship, which brings its own considerations, as we'll see over. Oh, pardon me. Right, owning a ship. So we've got our own ship, a sloop of war. I'm using the Reaper Bones, Sophie's Revenge, for our ship. I'm just in the process of printing the Lady Harpy from Loot Studios to add into the mix, and RDM purchased her own little small galleon just so that we can do ship combat on the tabletop, which is quite cool. Navigation, visibility, weather table, normal for the season 1 to 14. Okay. Heavy rain or snowfall. Shipwreck. Seagoing vessels are typically hardy and built to last. However, few can survive being dashed against a rocky shore in the midst of a terrible storm. Yes. Well, we won't go into that. Paladin, the oath of the ancients. The green knights who swear this oath are champions of nature's majesty. Oh, aye. So these are different oaths that the paladins can swear. Character creation classes, 8E, 8F. Oath of Vengeance. Oh, I love this dwarf paladin. She looks cool. Oath of Redemption. I like her as well. Her armour looks great. And then we're into beasts. I've got a dog. Yay! As a companion. During your adventures you'll meet animals, you'll meet giant animals, and you might even meet dinosaurs. Let's take a closer look at the nature of the beast. Classic beasts. There are a few oddities lurking within the beast type, including sturges, almirage, and flying monkeys. Fly, my pretties, fly! Strange creatures, but still comparatively natural animals within the Forgotten Realms. However, the more classic beasts tend to be the larger, dangerous, and exotic animals of the wild. Great cats and bears, as well as giant versions of otherwise harmless animals such as toads, swans, or even dragonflies, that make them vastly more dangerous threat. Beastly encounters, magic and spell casting. Oh look, dinosaur riding. And then we're into our encounter. So the encounter background is this. So this is part 1, Temple of Sokola. The adventurers have sailed to the Moonshae Islands from Netherwinter in search of the lost treasure of the Devil's Dew, a ship that sank in the Sea of Moonshae several decades ago. And a Stonecliff, advisor to Lord Dagult Neverember, has asked the characters to recover one item from the Horde, the Cloven Scepter, an evil artifact that the cult of Orcus is desperate to obtain so he can destroy it. The rest of the loot is theirs to keep. Sailors in the city of Nalhelm have told the characters that the Devil's Dew fell prey to Sahorgin from the underwater city of Chrysallic. And they later learned that Lania Aloro, a Liwir elf, that its cargo is likely to be found in the treasury of the Temple of Sokola. Friendly merfolk living in the Bay of Norland have provided the adventurers with magic items that allow them to breathe underwater and grant them a swimming speed to aid them in their quest. The Temple of Sokola is a dangerous location guarded by Sahorgin and protected by deadly traps, but there are also potential allies within that the characters can call upon for aid. Temple of Sokola. That looks cool. So temple features. Dug into the side of the trench wall, the Temple of Sokola consists of 3 underwater levels of natural tunnels. Okay, so 3 underwater levels. We've got level 1 here, and that's it. Stinging jellyfish, whirlpool trap, prison cell. Zansaz's quarter. crab, tiny beast, unaligned, class, armor class 11, and then we've got dolphins. Unaligned, natural armor is 12. And then you have Sahorgin, and you got a Sahorgin champion. Okay. Cool. Come down, let's have a look at these dice. So these dice are similar to the ones that we've had before. I think it was red and blue ones we've had before, of this pattern. So these are green. I mean, they look nice. I think these look really nice, actually. I think these are better looking than the other ones. I mean, there's a fair handful here. And as with the other ones, you get the ampersand as the highest number. So that would be 6 on this one. And it's not on this one because that's just a standard 4. And on this one, the ampersand is the 10, so it'll be replacing the 0 on the D10. It's the 100 on this, so replacing the 00 on this 100 percentile dice. It's 12 on our 12-sided dice. It's 8 on our 8-sided dice, and it'll be 20 on our D20. I think that this is a much better colour scheme. I think there's a red and black set that we got, and I think the red and black isn't quite as clear. This is really clear looking at this. Let's see how this D20 rolls. 16, 14, 6, 5, 1, ooh, 6 again, 4, 15, 19, 5, 17, that's not too bad, 13, 17, 7. Okay, so that's not too bad. I might use this set. I might use this set. But yeah, they look nice. You get your tin, obviously, with your foam insert. I've got so many of these now. But yeah, I'm probably going to start using them for other stuff. Because I keep my dice in a bag, to be quite honest. But there you go. That is your dice and your Dungeons and Dragons Adventure issue 31. Hopefully you'll join me in the next video. Alright, take care. Bye bye.